It is 7:02 a.m. The night shift left 41 alerts, 3 marked high, and 1 note that says, "Watch identity activity for the finance group." Your coffee is still too hot, but the queue is already moving. This is the real SOC Analyst day in the life. Not movie screens, not frantic typing. It is reading, sorting, proving, documenting, and deciding what matters. The SIEM is the cockpit. It shows the queue, the timeline, the evidence, and the work still open. A SIEM, pronounced SIM, is a security information and event management system. Plain English, it collects security records from many places, lines them up in time, applies detection logic, and helps analysts investigate. Think of the NIST-style functions: detect suspicious activity, analyze what happened, support response, and keep records for later review. It does not magically know truth. It gives defenders a single place to search endpoint logs, identity logs, cloud logs, firewall events, application activity, and alert history. A beginner should be able to say this: a SIEM turns scattered security data into searchable events, prioritized alerts, and investigation context. Life before a SIEM is messy. One analyst checks identity logs in one console, another checks firewall events somewhere else. Endpoint alerts sit in a third place. Nobody sees the full story quickly. A failed login looks harmless until it is matched with a new device, a risky location, and access to sensitive data 10 minutes later. Without a SIEM, timelines are built by screenshots and guesswork. Handoffs are weaker because the next shift cannot see the exact searches, notes, and decisions. Managers also lose visibility into what rules are noisy, what incidents consume time, and what evidence supports an escalation. The SIEM solves the coordination problem. Here is the daily flow. At shift start, the analyst opens the queue and reads the overnight summary. Which alerts are new? Which are aging? Which were already triaged? The SIEM ingests logs from approved sources, normalizes fields like user, host, IP, action, and time, then runs correlation rules. Those rules create alerts when patterns match. The analyst triages by severity, asset value, user context, and recent activity. Then comes pivoting, from alert to user, from user to host, from host to related events. Good analysts document as they go, not later. Notes capture facts, searches, timestamps, decisions, and next steps. Let's follow one alert. At 7:18 a.m., the analyst opens a high-priority identity alert for a finance user. The SIEM shows unusual sign-in timing, a new device fingerprint, and access to payroll data. First step, confirm the facts. The analyst checks the user's normal pattern, recent password activity, endpoint health, and any related alerts. The timeline shows the account accessed email, then a finance portal, then a shared drive. No assumptions go into the ticket, only evidence. The analyst adds notes after each pivot. What was searched, what matched, what did not. Because sensitive data is involved, the case is escalated to incident response with the timeline, affected account, systems touched, and recommended containment actions for approval. A SIEM is strong at central visibility. It helps analysts see across identity, endpoint, network, cloud, and applications without opening 10 consoles first. It is also strong at timeline building, repeatable searches, alert correlation, and audit trails. But it has limits. If a log source is missing, the SIEM cannot analyze it. If fields are poorly mapped, searches get weaker. If a rule is badly written, it creates noise or misses context. A SIEM does not replace analyst judgment. It does not automatically decide business impact. It does not clean up weak processes. It is a powerful cockpit, but the sensors, rules, and operators still matter. The SIEM sits in the middle of the defensive stack. Endpoint tools provide process, file, and host telemetry. Identity systems provide sign-ins, role changes, and access events. Network controls provide connection records and blocks. Cloud platforms add administrative activity and resource changes. UEBA, User and Entity Behavior Analytics, can add baselines, what is normal for this user, device, or workload. The SIEM brings those signals together and makes them searchable. It also connects to case management or ticketing, so work does not live in someone's head. In a mature SOC, the SIEM is not the only tool. It is the place where many tools meet. If you are new, start with the queue. Learn what each alert type means, who owns it, and what evidence is required before closing or escalating. Then learn the common fields: user, host, source, destination, action, result, time, rule name, and asset criticality. Practice building a timeline from one alert without jumping to conclusions. Write notes that another analyst can trust at 3 a.m. Teams should set a daily tuning block. Review the loudest rules, false positive reasons, missing log sources, and stale exceptions. Tuning is not hiding problems, it is improving signal quality, so analysts spend more time on real risk and less time on repeat noise. Quick recap in 3 beats. 1. A SOC Analyst day starts with the cue and the overnight summary, because context prevents wasted motion. 2. The SIEM supports investigation by collecting logs, correlating events, building timelines, and preserving evidence. 3. The shift is not done until tuning notes are captured and the handoff tells the next analyst what matters, what changed, and what is still open. That is the SIEM as the analyst's cockpit. If this helped, subscribe. A new Security Tools Decoded episode drops daily, and this channel also publishes the daily ranked CVE brief for defenders who need the signal without the noise.